In this video, I want to talk to you about a topic I know way too well, feeling overwhelmed. I want to show you how to stop feeling overwhelmed, but not just for right now. I really want to show you how to break this cycle for good. So reheat that cup of coffee for the 4th time today and let's chat. Welcome back, boss ladies, and if you are here for the first time, hello, my name is Tara Wagner of exotara.us, a belief breakthrough coach with almost 10 years experience helping women overcome their limiting beliefs, especially if you are a female entrepreneur who prefers to crush her goals, not her soul. Be sure to subscribe for weekly videos to help you overcome your own limiting beliefs and the bad habits holding you back from that next level of success. I'm going to be sharing 4 steps that I take when I feel overwhelmed that really helps me to get out of the pattern of it. Not just deal with it in that moment, but really shift it longer term. But the first thing that I want to say is that you are not alone. We are all overwhelmed AF right now. We live in a busier, crazier, noisier world than we've ever lived in, and it is always asking us to be on. And quite frankly, our brains are not designed to keep up with the pace of it. Even good stuff can still feel overwhelming just simply because there's too much of it. Comment below with noise if you know what I'm talking about. So in the simplest definition, overwhelm is about too much, too often, and for too long. And we get into these situations by what we habitually do or what we allow. Mel Robbins has this really great video that illustrates this experience of too much, too often, and for too long. And she talks about how to stop feeling overwhelmed right now. And it's an amazing tool. She's talking about using a brain dump and then just choosing 3 things from that list. And she's so right on. This will help you to manage your overwhelm in this exact moment. But in order to really break the habit of overwhelm, in order to not feel overwhelmed tomorrow or next week, we need to take that example that she gives a few steps further. Don't just use this as an opportunity to cross things off your brain dump list. Use this as an opportunity to reset your priorities and make some real changes going forward. Step number 1 is to really understand what overwhelm is. Overwhelm is an emotion, and all so-called negative emotions are signals of our unmet needs. Now, this is why a brain dump works so well when we're feeling overwhelmed, because it helps us to meet our needs for things like clarity or order or organization. But if we don't break the patterns influencing those needs and our ability to meet those needs on a regular basis, we're gonna get right back into overwhelm again and again and again. And then that brain dump is gonna feel less productive, less helpful, because it's not really breaking the pattern. We're still feeling the overwhelm, even if we can stop it sooner. So when I get into this space of overwhelm, I use this as my signal that I haven't been honoring my boundaries or my needs up to that point, and now my emotions have gotten to this place in order to let me know what I actually need to be doing kind of behind the scenes. I'm not just trying to figure out my overwhelm, I'm trying to really address the patterns that led to that overwhelm, which always leads to step number 2 before anything else, including doing your brain dump. Step number 2 is self-care like whoa. I always take a step back, take a few deep breaths, and plug into some self-care. Whatever sounds deeply nourishing in that moment, and even if it's only for a few seconds. We can't solve the problem of overwhelm from a state of overwhelm. We really get to step back, take those deep breaths, and do something that will help us to feel grounded, to feel calm, to feel centered. You could play with your dogs, you could go for a quick walk, you could make out with your partner, you could do whatever you need to do to settle the emotions around overwhelm and then go into solving the problem. Nothing is gonna fall apart in 3 minutes of quiet time. Drop me a comment below with self-care like whoa if you agree. When you're feeling a bit calmer, then you can go into your brain dump. And you absolutely can start with just 3 things to kind of get the ball rolling and get some momentum going. One of my favorite quotes is by Joan Baez. She says, "Action is the antidote to despair." When we're feeling overwhelmed, if we can start with those 3 things, it's gonna help us to just get into a different motion, move our body into a new place, which is gonna help to shift our emotions into a new place as well. But I also encourage you to step it up a notch. Here's what really serves me best when I'm doing a brain dump. After I dump everything out, and I mean everything, anything that has been rattling around in my head goes into that brain dump, no matter what area of life that it's in. But then I really look at not just 3 things that I can do immediately to ease some of that overwhelm. I look at questions that are really going to serve me in the long run and help to shift some of those patterns that we were talking about that have created this experience of overwhelm. Now, I'm going to go through some of these questions, but if you would like to download these and get a few more questions, there's a link below this video for you to do that. As I'm going through my brain dump, I'm asking questions like, what do I need to just let go of? What can be outsourced? What can be slowed down or maybe stopped altogether? Where do I need to change or take charge of my schedule, my habits, my daily routines? What patterns do I need to change? And really what you're looking for is patterns that got you here in the first place. So this could be a lack of boundaries, a lack of clear priorities, a lack of self-care. Again, if you would like these questions and a few more to help you really tackle your brain dump and tackle this overwhelm, be sure to grab that in the description below. Step number 4 is to then make real changes. Nothing changes if nothing actually changes, right? It's the definition of insanity to keep doing the same things over and over and not expect to keep feeling overwhelmed. This means we need to look at that brain dump and not just look at the things that we need to do, but like I was saying in that last step, really look at the changes that need to be made and actually make real changes. Actually implement something that's going to shift a pattern in your life or shift a habit or shift things that are happening that are getting you to this place of overwhelm. If you know that you have a pattern of always taking everything on, you need to make some real changes to start breaking that pattern so that you're not taking on things you don't need to take on, so that other people are chipping in where they need to chip in and you can stop feeling overwhelmed. It's our opportunity to slow back down. And for me, oftentimes it's an opportunity to let go of the good so that I can focus on the great. Tell yourself that you are taking radical responsibility for what got you to this place and for what gets you out. Again, don't forget to grab that free brain dump download below this video and then leave me a comment with any questions, takeaways, or tips that you have on overcoming overwhelm. Hit that like button, and if you would love more videos to help you crush your goals, not your soul, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, and then share with other entrepreneurs who need the same. Fist bump if you made it to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one.